Good morning, everybody. Tony and Amy heading down the road, going towards Knoxville, or as friends of mine used to call it, K-Town, for some reason. Amy's driving. She's going part way. Then I'm going to drive from there into the big city of Knoxville. Amy's not big on the Knoxville city driving.
I don't like any city driving, honestly. I mean, I don't mind Asheville as much as I used to, but I don't like when I don't know where I'm going. You know, and we're going out to the convention center, and isn't it in that area where lanes keep ending and you keep having to get over and over and over?
That does happen from time to time.
I know it's like that when you're going through the college area, through the UT area.
So, as I've mentioned in past vlogs, Knoxville used to be my stomping ground. I went to college in Knoxville. I worked in Knoxville for a while.
And when we were growing up, we're old, so on the weekends, what did you do? You went to the mall. So when I was growing up, every Saturday it was much Knoxville.
So hopefully, I mean, it's changed a lot. Last year we went to the Knoxville Convention Center, and I'm ashamed to say we kind of got lost coming out.
We did.
And I mean,
it was my fault because normally we're always going 40 west, and we needed to go 40 east.
And you know, like I said, I went to school down there. I worked in Knoxville. I should have known, and especially when I'm passing things I knew and they were on the wrong side of the road, I should have realized we're going in the wrong direction. But you know, I didn't. And Knoxville has grown a lot. There's a lot of roads that were 4 lanes when I was working down there that were 6 lanes now.
Maybe even 8.
Yeah, so it's one thing I like about Knoxville. There's pretty much anything there you can think of. If you want an upscale restaurant, you got it. You want something cheap and quick, you got it.
I definitely think Knoxville's bigger than Asheville.
I don't know.
There's a lot more stuff in Knoxville.
Well, the problem with Knoxville,
sorry, y'all.
Sorry about the bumps, is it's ever expanding. I mean, I remember way back when I was there that Knoxville was always growing out, and you know, Knoxville is the city, Knox County is where Knoxville is at, in case you're not familiar with the area. And I really wouldn't doubt if Knoxville City doesn't one day take up the whole county. I know it sounds weird, but years ago they actually tried to merge the two because the city had grown so big that it was kind of redundant. They had 2 police departments, you know, 2 of everything. So I don't think that ever went anywhere. But we got a slightly later start than what we wanted to, and that was my fault.
Well, the alarm went off at 5 a.m. and I was like, well, I'm gonna let him take a shower first because I'm tired. And next thing I knew, it was 6:10, and I was like, oh crap. And I got up and showered and then got him up.
Well, the convention center opens at 10, and it's roughly a 2-hour, 20-minute or so drive for us to get there. So we should still be there when they open or shortly after. I meant to do a bunch of stuff to get ready for this yesterday, and I forgot. So had to get gas, you know, things like that.
And I dropped off a package at the post office. There's a link down below in the description box. I've put some stuff up on my Macari store. So.
Where for Macari?
Macari.
Oh, Macari.
So if anybody's interested. Right now I've just got like movies up there, but
really foggy when we started out.
Of course, we do live in the Smoky Mountains.
True. So we didn't bother to start recording because you'd have seen light.
Yeah.
Of course, it's not like the road is all that.
It's not that interesting.
Yeah.
And it occasionally slides off, by the way.
True.
We're on I-40.
A few years back, actually, one of the guys that worked for me came from Tennessee, and he was saying that literally he came through here and then saw rocks come down in the road behind him, and the road was blocked off for months, it seems like.
Yeah, I mean, it was a long time. It's happened twice since we've lived in North Carolina that I-40 has just started to slide off.
So, I mean, you know, I'm sure he felt like the luckiest person on earth.
Yeah, I hope there was nobody behind him. And I totally should have got a coffee before I got on the interstate.
Yeah, I haven't had a coffee in years.
Tony doesn't like coffee.
I like the smell, I just can't get past the taste. But yeah, I cut out
Well, see,
caffeine.
he just doesn't, he hasn't figured out how to drink coffee, because I have a little bit of coffee with my creamer. That's how you drink coffee.
And she gets those weird creamers.
They're not weird. Like peppermint mocha, and wow, these people are slow.
So are you saying peppermint mocha is not weird?
Peppermint mocha is delicious. But I'm mostly a mocha, which is just chocolate. So, well, chocolate and milk. I like mocha lattes. And I'll never forget the first time I had a frap. I was working in a cinnamon bun shop, and they had it just in a slushy machine rather than making it by scratch. And it's just like, oh my god, coffee comes in slushy form. Is this the greatest day ever? No. But I was pretty happy about it. It's like, this is awesome. That place had some good food. But the people the franchise owners didn't know a thing about running a restaurant.
Yeah, it is a shame they went out of business.
Yeah. They had this roast beef there that tasted like beef jerky. Like the taste of beef jerky, but just, like sandwich meat. Oh my god, it was so good. So I would take that, put it on a croissant with cream cheese, red onions, lettuce, and mayonnaise. Oh, and cheddar cheese too. It was such a healthy sandwich.
Here, have a sandwich.
Yeah, it was pretty much a fat wedge. It was so good. Their cinnamon rolls were really good.
Yeah, I'm sorry the mount's kind of bouncing around a little bit. Hopefully nobody's getting sick.
Yeah, hopefully you're not. I know, and it's also really boring, probably. Unless, you don't live in the mountains, and then you may like it, so.
I think I may have shared this in a past vlog. We had a vendor come in from the other side of the country, and he was so absolutely amazed with the area. I guess he had never been in mountains before, and every day he was with us for a week. Every day he came in, it was like wide-eyed excitement. He's like, oh my god, I saw a bear the other day. It's like, yep, they're here, which we saw one not long after that, up close and personal.
Well,
But
Tony did.
I did. But I mean, every day it was something. He's like, oh my God, have you ever gone whitewater rafting? I'm like, no. Well, I'm going tomorrow after work. It's like, well, better you than me.
Somebody's RV broke down back there.
Oh man. And then we have a museum that's not too far from where we're at. It's the Museum of the Cherokee Indians. And he went like 2-3 days in a row.
We've never even gone once.
I need to, honestly, I do.
We really do.
But, I said, did you not see it all the first time? And the first time he didn't look at anything. They have a guide, a native person that takes you through and tells stories and talks to you about the area. So the first time he went through, that's all he did was talk to the guide. He never even looked at anything on the on display. Then the next day, I guess he went through and looked at everything on display. And he about got snake bit. He starts showing me these pictures he took. There's, I guess you'd call it a river, why not, that runs down through here, and he found a spot to pull off, went down a bank, started taking pictures, and he's like, I started hearing rattling. Is there rattlesnakes up here? I'm like, yeah. He's like, well, when I heard the noise, I kind of ran. So anyway, I mean, there are people I know from work that actually came up here to vacation and loved it so much they moved up here.
And there's a lot to love. I mean, I find it, no offense to those of you that live in areas like this, but I find it unsettling to go somewhere where it's completely flat. I don't know, it's just, you feel so exposed. You do. And there was this meme on Facebook, it was like, the land was, I went up north once, the land was so flat, I could see my dog run away for 3 days. I can't do it. I have to have my mountains. Unless I was on a beach somewhere, then.
Well, looks like there's a big horn in front of us.
Yeah, big horn. Well, they need to move. Okay, people, go on.
Well, my ears just popped. Did anybody else's? If it did, that'd be kind of weird.
Mine did.
Well, I mean, anybody out there. I keep pointing at stuff even though you can't see me.
He does that when he's talking on the phone. I do too. I'll be like gesturing with my hands, and it's like, you can't see that.
And Amy fusses at me a bit because I'll be talking to Mom, and it's like and then I get to the point where I just kind of nod, and Amy's like, she can't see you nod over the phone. Oh, tell me if anybody else's mom's like this. I could be in the house, say I'm in the basement, the other end of the house doing something. I hear my phone ring, take off into there to pick it up, miss the call Mom back, and apparently she throws the phone down, screams, and runs because she will not answer the phone for 30 minutes.
And I mean, there's times like he'll be in the living room and just just miss the call. Calls her right back. Nothing.
Yeah, and I mean, literally, I'll call her back for 20 minutes. She doesn't answer the phone. And then she finally answers, or she calls me back. And I just imagine her screaming, throwing the phone down, and just running. Just, I don't know, out the door, out around the house in the yard. I don't know.
When they're at the campground, she may not have signal. So.
My mom and stepfather, they're getting up there in a little bit of age on them. And they've got to the point where they camp a lot. So they bought a camper, a nice one, real nice one. And they'll spend, months out of the year at a campground, which is like, I don't know, there too. They're like right in front of Mom and my stepdad. So, you know, they sit outside the RVs and like toast marshmallows, I guess. I don't know what they do.
They just talk. I mean, you know, I guess they really like having people to talk with every night.
And Mom says it's nice. There's like a rec center type thing at the RV park.
We just hit Tennessee.
So, you know, I guess, I don't know what all's in this rec center. I didn't ask.
I know they have like, they get together, don't they get together and have potlucks off quite a bit?
They do have potlucks. And it's so weird because Mom said she got to the camper, this has been a few weeks ago, and there was like food on the doorstep.
Well, that's nice.
So,
I wish I could come home to food on the doorstep.
So one of the neighbors just left them some food.
Tony's gesturing again.
I'm gesturing, I don't know why I'm doing that. You can't see me. Of course, you are getting a good view of the knob on my dash.
Is that the compass?
I have no idea what that thing is. I've never bothered to look it up. Doesn't seem to move. I'm glad it's not an ejector button. Oh wow, I've been blabbing for 17 minutes. We're going to go over a little bit. Probably pick back up when we get into the a little closer. Alright, so we took a pit stop. Amy's shoveling in an Egg McMuffin over there. McDonald's not a sponsor, but you know, hey, if you want
Hey, if you want to sponsor us.
you want to send coupons for Egg McMuffins, that would be great. Anyway, it turned out to be a nice sunny day. I think you guys can see the sky from where you are. If not, kind of hunker down a little bit and look up. Oh wait, it don't work like that? No, never mind. So it really is looking nice out here. I have no idea what the speed limit is right through here. Amy thinks 70. People are leaving me, so maybe it is. Did a little karaoke there while we were taking a break. Couldn't share it. That would get demonetized in a hurry, I'm sure. I'd hate to get a cease and desist email for butchering somebody's song.
That was my hair.
So who likes Elvis out there? Amy's big on Elvis.
I love Elvis.
I like some of Elvis's songs. We were just discussing what if Elvis would have been out in the 80s. Whoops, sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I hope you're not sick. It's bumpy. You know, he changed his music, you know, to suit the times. He was really good at adapting. So I'm just kind of wondering if he'd have hit the 80s, would it have been like, you know, Elvis with makeup and
like leopard print spandex pants. No.
big hair everywhere? Occasionally on the satellite radio they'll have like the Elvis channel. Maybe they have it all the time, I don't know, but we'll listen to it, and I like some of his more obscure songs. I absolutely love You're So Square, but I don't care.
You like that song? I love that song. Baby, I don't care. I love watching that when he, I think that's the Jailhouse Rock.
Is that where they teach you the alphabet? Oh no, that's Schoolhouse Rock. Never mind. Slightly different.
Yeah,
the steak and the salad and dessert bar.
Yeah, you could do that. But this, you got like the whole bar. Yeah, Ron's used to be a good restaurant.
Well, I mean, the thing about Ryan's now, it seems like, you know, if you're in the mood for chicken, 17 different ways, and which I like chicken. Don't get me wrong, I definitely like chicken. Remember that time I got into it with that manager over a to-go box?
Yeah.
That was back when they had steak. I would always take a little steak home to the dog, and I was done with my meal. I had a little steak left over, so I asked for a box, and the waitress is just like, no. And I'm like, dang. So this woman walks by that looks like she would be a manager. I stopped her and just wanted to know why I can't have a box. And basically she said, so you can't steal food off the buffet. Yeah, we didn't go back in there for a little while. Oh my goodness, is that bouncy? They've got like a steady cam thing, don't they?
Yeah, if it's bad. iPhone's pretty good about smoothing that out. Boy, y'all, that 8-bit muffin was good.
You know, I like the fact that McDonald's does all-day breakfast now.
Yes.
I really, and I predicted years ago that it would get to the point where pretty much all the restaurants will do that. So hopefully the rest of them will get it in gear.
See, what I love is Sonic. You can get anything on the menu any time of the day. I wish all places were like that. I know it's big. I've worked at McDonald's. You have to change the bar out, but they have two sides. So, I mean, it can be done. But yeah, you have to there is a changeover where you switch out the bars. So you've got breakfast stuff, or your breakfast. You got like your condiments, yeah, stuff like that.
And doesn't certain breakfast items have to be cooked at a different temperature than the lunch items?
Probably.
2 lanes closed, 5 miles ahead. Well, that's gonna suck. We only got 2 lanes. Don't know how we're gonna pull that off, but okay. And don't they make you salt the fries in an M pattern?
Yeah. My thing is, you'll salt the fries, somebody else comes along and salts the fries. By the time the fries go out the door, they don't just have a M salt on them, they have a salt on them.
Well, luckily, I like salt. Of course, some people can't have it.
I'm not big on regular salt. I like sea salt.
Sea salt's good.
But table salt to me tastes bitter.
And we got in on the Dollar Tree when they had the Himalayan salt.
Yeah, we bought a bunch of those. And no, salt does not expire. I've seen people on YouTube, it's like, yeah, I've only got such and such time to use this. I guess I'll probably end up having to throw it away. It's like, okay, look, the salt has been in the ground for millions of years. Just because we broke a piece off and chiseled it up into little pieces doesn't mean all at once it's going to go bad.
Yeah, thank God they dug this out of the ground 3 months before it goes bad.
Woo! That's just, salt doesn't expire.
And I mean, I hate to say this, but we grind peppercorns. So I've had peppercorns
That were years out of date. They're not as strong, but they still work.
Yeah. You keep them in a dry, stable environment, you're not going to have any issues with them. Of course, I'm not a doctor. Consult your physician should you eat old pepper.
Oh, but once you switch to some new ones.
Yeah, you know the difference.
Yeah, you're like, ooh, it don't take as much now. ground black pepper, and you get something in your teeth, and you're like, what is in my teeth? And you chew it up, and you're like, ah, it's pepper.
Yeah, the little pepper bombs or. And what I like about sea salt and the Himalayan salt is you get that good strong taste, but you generally don't have to use anywhere near as much as the shaker table salt.
Yep.
Hey, I mean, they've got it at the Dollar Tree for $1. Why not?
And we'll be stopping at a Dollar Tree on the way home.
Yeah, a few things we want to look for, the Sesame Street stuff.
Yes, we have to find those little Sesame Street characters.
Cookie Monster was my buddy growing up.
Oh wait, which line are we supposed to be in?
I guess we're supposed to be in the other one by the looks of the GPS.
They got Grover, they've got, let's see, Cookie Monster, Elmo. I was always an Elmo fan. Grover, did I say Grover?
Yep.
Well, they got that little fairy chick that I can't remember her name.
I don't remember her from when I was a
She's
kid.
newer.
I was going to say she would have to be.
Yeah, she wasn't around when I was a kid either. But I still watch some of that stuff. Or at least I used to.
Do they have a Count Von Count?
No,
That's a shame. I like the Count.
I did too.
Sadly, he passed away not too long ago.
He did. They have 5, and I can't remember. Did they have an Ernie? I don't think they had an Ernie. I love Bird Ernie.
Hey, Bird.
Rubber ducky, you're the one.
Oh, I love that song. You make bad time lots of fun.
That's all I remember.
Yep. Probably get in trouble if we sing more.
Well, it's a good thing we don't remember that.
So here's the back of a truck. I guess that's the serial number up there. Never understood why they number serial, but okay.
Oh, they've got a shipwrecks, disasters at sea thing at the aquarium now.
Oh, that's interesting.
That is interesting. Was that a helmet?
No, I think it's a bucket. So, don't know if I mentioned it yet where we're going. We went last year, had a lot of fun. Going again this year. Knoxville Convention Center, Brickuniverse, Lego stuffs.
Is it called Brickuniverse or Brickverse?
It may be Brickverse. There's a lot of
Oh, there's a
conventions.
flea market. Sorry.
There's a lot of conventions that have, brick-related names, but they're not allowed to use the name Lego in their name. Lego gets kind of up in arms on that. So Brickmania is going to be there. Love that company. They do make military Lego kits.
Maybe we should eat at Perkins on the way home. Sorry, I just saw the sign again.
If you want to eat at Perkins, we can.
No.
You choose. I don't care.
No, Tony was telling me about this place called Fazoli's that he used to eat at when he worked down here in Knoxville.
I absolutely love Fazoli's.
I love pasta. I don't care. I could eat pasta every single day.
So I would get their chicken Alfredo, and what I loved is they would have this little lady go through the dining area there. I couldn't think of what it was called, with this big basket of breadsticks, and she'd just come through, breadstick, and I would say, well, yes, please, thank you. Oh, they were good breadsticks.
I love bread. Okay, I just love carbs. Okay.
Of course, thankfully I have a GPS now, because I do not remember where Fazoli's ago, they had Surge at Fazoli's.
I loved Surge so much. When they stopped selling it, McDonald's I was working at McDonald's, and they still had it for like, this had tons of syrup, so they just put a black label over the dispenser, but we all knew what that was. Surge was it was just amazing. And, you know, stupid parents were like, oh my god, my kid's drinking too much caffeine. It's like, no, it had less caffeine than Mountain Dew, so. Yeah, thank you, parents.
You can still get Surge in other countries.
Well, you can order Surge from Amazon. Amazon seems to be the only place I can find it, but I always said that if Surge came back, I would give up not drinking soda, but during the time that I did drink soda, I never got around to having Surge, and that's just heartbreaking. But it's been almost, December will be 2 years that I've given it up a second time. But for the most part, it doesn't bother me, unless I'm like really hot and I'm at the grocery store standing in line and they got a machine right there that's got all kinds of sodas.
Man, that one restaurant, Zaxby's,
which they've got one at the aquarium too.
that is an amazing Coke machine. If you
The Freestyle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to have one of those at the house.
Yeah, really.
I did wonder if they have like a whole room devoted to syrups though.
Oh wow. So we live at 65. I probably shouldn't have been doing what I was doing.
61? No, you shouldn't have been doing 61.
Oh no, the speed limit is 65, so I shouldn't have been doing 66. And still cars are passing me.
Of course, when we come over here to Knoxville, it really makes us wish we lived over here.
I do miss Knoxville, I really do.
I always said if we moved back to Tennessee, I'd want to live in halls. I don't necessarily want to live in halls anymore, but I wouldn't mind living in Knoxville.
Halls is a nice area.
Or just on the outskirts of Knoxville.
Fountain City area.
It's going to be crowded, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love all those little areas.
And the funny or sad thing about it is, houses are so much cheaper over here than where we're at. I mean, the same house we've got basically would be half, 2/3 the price, something like that.
Yep. But there just was no work in Knoxville.
Yeah.
Of course, that was 18 years ago.
Yeah, that was a good while back. I mean, when I worked here, there were several technology-based companies that did similar things to what I did, which I was in the software end of things, and they just all dried up and moved away. And there's a couple of those companies I actually talked to before I settled at the one I was at, and then with my company, I come into work one day and we're like, we love you, we're moving to California. If you want to go, come on. If not, then,
I am so glad Tony didn't decide on California.
I didn't want to go out there. But I start looking around for these other companies and they were all gone. It's like they just moved out of state. I mean, I'm sure there's stuff back now, but it was weird.
But paying is good.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing about it was, where I lived at, it was an hour drive to get, well, you guys have seen the video when we went to visit the old hometown. It was an hour drive from Tazewell to Knoxville, but I made more in Knoxville than pretty much anywhere around the area I lived in. So, I mean, it was worth the commute. Now I hate driving. how to edit. So I need to do that as well. So who knows? So we'll see in a minute.
already seen some pictures and video.
So, 15 bucks to get in, a couple hours drive.
I thought it was only 12.
12, something like that. Yeah, because I ordered my tickets like months ago. I think if you bought them now it was 15. If you bought them at the door it was 17. Something like that. So, anyway, on our way back home, I did find a few things. I actually made a contact. Who knows? Might not turn out to be anything, but you know, can't hurt to make a contact in the industry you're looking at, or whatever, the community you're looking at.
Networking, baby.
Networking. So, hope everybody's enjoyed the drive so far. I know it's been a little bumpy. I apologize.
Somebody answer me. What in the heck do companies put tags in the side of your shirt? Because this one is like rubbing my skin raw. Like not inside your shirt, like the side of your shirt. In the side.
Yeah, Amy got a little hot and fuzzy.
I didn't get fussy, I just got tired. I don't remember being fussy. I'm getting fussy now that you said I was fussy.
We did find better parking though this time, just like maybe a block away, so that was good. It was a little high. It was what, 17 bucks to park there?
12.
$12? Okay.
17, I've been like, screw it, you can drop me off at the door and then you can go park wherever.
So I should have thought of it this year, but next year, if I go back, I'll be better prepared. There was several parking places like right across the street that said convention center parking only, but you had to have a permit. So next year I'll look into that and see what you got to do to get a permit.
Yeah, there was nobody in the little hut.
So yeah.
Oh, did we have fun shopping today though? So wish we lived in Knoxville. We went to a thrift store. We went to Burlington. We went to a place called Bargain Hunt, which was a pallet store. Well, they get their stuff from pallets. It's not in pallet. If you have, I don't know how to explain it.
So there's pallet stores. They basically get these big pallets full of stuff, and like.
But some sell it right out of the pallet.
But these people, they put them on shelves and sell it. But it's things like Amazon overstocks, returns. What do you say, Target?
I wasn't paying attention.
Okay. Because I just, up and asked one of the guys, like, hey, what's up with this place?
I just wanted to find out if one was in.
And I am so sorry you had to see that on the windshield.
Up close in person.
Welcome to Burt Poop Vision. But anyway, he said he hadn't got as much Amazon stuff in lately, but there was stuff that we had seen at other stores there.
Yeah.
Starting to see Halloween stuff out of a lot of places. Oh, a laundry basket. Oh, never mind. We're going too fast. Actually, it may not have been a laundry basket.
Yeah, Burlington though. Oh, they didn't have much. They had such a small little Halloween fall section, but oh my gosh, it was awesome. I'm hoping there's a Burlington in Asheville because we found some good deals there.
Oh, when I freaked the cashier out at Walmart, I handed her cash.
That was funny.
Yeah, she's just like all propped up there, just looking off into space, and I'm waving a bill at her. She's like, oh, I'm used to waiting for the beep. But that's a thing I do when I travel. I don't like to use cards if I can help it. So I will try to pull out cash out of an ATM at home, kind of give myself a budget, and then unless something weird happens, I try not to go over that. Which, Amy bought food and several things today, so.
Well, he's saying I was nice and bought stuff. I'm always nice, but oh wait, I don't know where I was going with that.
Yes.
Oh yeah, he's not saying Amy bought a ton of stuff. Like Amy shops too much.
No.
Amy has a problem.
No, I didn't mean anything like that.
Yeah, he didn't mean it like that. I did use my card though.
The reason I go with cash if I can help it is when you're a long way from home, if they charge you wrong or there's a problem,
Yeah, you're just screwed.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to work it out if you can go 2 miles down the road. And I am so sorry about these bumps.
It's funny, at Burlington they had this really pretty, very simplistic, it was just a script font. It said Eternal Love, and it had a white matting and like a gray wood frame. It was really pretty. But I said Eternal Love to Tony and he thought I said a turtle love.
Yeah, she's all like, we should get that. That's us. And I'm like, what's a turtle got to do with us?
Well, that's better than what I thought I heard at Walmart. This kid was like, oh, look.
What I think the kid was, or said, was Barbie
Rescue Animal Hospital. I thought she said Barbie Rescue Anal Warts. I was like, Barbie's changed. Barbie needs to sew her in short skirts.
Yeah. No offense, Barbie. So, this is the drive back. I know this is going to be horribly long. You've I'm sure there's probably nobody here at this point anymore. If you are, then wow, you rock.
Hashtag I'm still here.
So, I guess unless Amy's got anything else, going to wrap this up. And
Why are we wrapping it up?
well, just didn't want it to be too long on them. Well, we can keep going.
They wanted us to vlog.
Bless her heart, Amy can vlog. Oh, goodness.
There's one thing in this world that I've never been able to do, and that would be quiet. But we did find some good stuff at Burlington. Really cute stuff.
Now, at that bargain hunt, I saw several things on the shelf that had stickers on them that said salvage item. And I actually found some Lego sets there, but one of them I already had, but that set was squished. Sounded like something's broke in it.
I was thinking, what are you going to be able to break in a Lego set?
Well, the pieces are plastic. They can break.
Oh, yeah, but it takes some force.
Yeah, probably. And then there was that one. I actually did get one small little thing that had 6 minifigs in, so happy to get that. It was a lot. It was $7 cheaper than Amazon, I'm going to say.
Everything was cheaper than Amazon.
Everything was cheaper than Amazon. There was a Star Wars set, which I thought about, but I really didn't. Really wasn't a set I was interested in. There was a Ninjago set there. I really wasn't interested in that one. And something else. Oh, there was a base plate there, really cheap. But it was broke. And I noticed in the Halloween stuff there was broke items on the shelf.
Yeah. One thing weird about that place, though, some things would be like, wow, that's really cheap. And then other things would be like, that's just like insanely crazy high. Like, I mean, not just high, I mean, like, somebody is just off their rocker.
Well, everything that I looked at in the toys, I really think somebody had an Amazon app and like scanned them, because everything I looked at was like, you know, the bigger items. It's like if it was $50 on Amazon, they had it priced for like $35.
Which isn't bad, that's still a discount.
Yeah, I mean that's a discount of what, $15?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the bigger sets were about $15 cheaper. So, you know.
Now at Burlington, I didn't really look through the clothes. I didn't feel like looking through clothes. But places like that, Burlington. Here's the thing. I think it's so much better to go to places where you can get your home decor stuff for like a fraction of the cost. Because you're going to get tired of it, and then you're going to be like, well, I don't want to change my look because I spent like thousands of dollars on it. And if you're just going and buying a showroom, like literally everything on the floor for your room, that's not your room anyway.
Yeah, there's a place in Waynesville like that, not far from us. They have these rooms. It's a nice place, and of course you can buy this piece or that piece or whatever, but they have an entire room set up, and it's...
Yeah, you can literally just buy the whole room. So, Burlington's good. I've heard that, you know, Ross, Home Goods, you know, all those places that get the stuff and then mark them down. And of course, I also love finding stuff at thrift stores. So.
Hey, thrift stores rock. Oh, tell them what you thought about Fazoli's.
Oh yeah, I meant to tell them that a minute ago. I really liked it.
She was a little taken back when we got there because she's like, this is fast food. Now, Fazoli's, it's kind of fast food, but then again, it's not.
Let's get something straight though. I'm not a food snob by any means. I eat spam for crying out loud.
Fried spam.
I'm like, it's kind of like Squidward. It's our one day to be fancy, and we're eating fast food. And I was really thrown off at the concept of Italian fast food. I was like, yeah, wait a minute. I don't want pasta that's been sitting in pasta water for hours. But it was really good. I got it was oven, I don't know what the heck it was called. But
it was the classic bake.
Yeah, it came with Alfredo, lasagna, and spaghetti and meatball. Well, meatball. There's only one.
And I got the chicken Alfredo, which is, I love chicken Alfredo.
Oh my god, these people are so freaking slow. Sorry, people. I forgot I was on video. I can't go around them. Everybody else is like, holy, those people are slow.
So anyway, Fazoli's, they have these, in my opinion, magically good breadsticks.
Yeah, the breadsticks were good.
Even when they brought the food out to us, the lady was like, set down the basket or the plate of breadsticks, and she's like, and here's the best part. And they were every bit as good as I remember. And nice, I mean.
Very friendly.
And to be fast food, they have its own plates and bowls. They have silverware.
Yeah, I mean, it's the only thing that's fast food. Well, you gotta get your own drink, and you got to, order it up front. But they bring it out to you, and
they clean up the table after you.
Yeah, they even have signs on their trash cans that say, "Don't clean up your table. We'll clean it up for you."
Because we were going to take our stuff up there, and the lady's like, no, don't do it. If the customers start cleaning up after themselves, they won't need as many of us working here. I was like, okay. And I probably mentioned on the way down, there's a lady that comes out with a basket offering fresh breadsticks.
We are back home.
Well,
not all the way home, but we're back in our state.
Sleepy? That's the state I stay in a lot.
I'm sleepy. I'm not really sleepy. I'm just tired and I want to shower. I took a shower this morning, but it's been hot. It's 87 right now. It was 91 earlier.
Well, I think that's because of the parking lot we were in.
Well, it's 87 right now. It's hot.
Yeah. I mean, when it's in 91.
Went to Walmart. Didn't find any.
Looked through the clearance, didn't find anything.
Yeah, we didn't find anything.
Of course, Tennessee's got a higher sales tax than
Tennessee sales tax sucks. I mean, sucks. It's almost 10%.
Which, what I liked about when I lived in Tennessee.
When we lived there, it wasn't that high. It went up after we left.
It did. But like groceries, things like that, where we lived at, it was on the Tennessee, Kentucky, Virginia border, pretty much. So we could take 10, 15 minutes, go across the border into Kentucky, to Middlesboro, and do our shopping there, to where it's either they had no food tax or it was only a couple of cents.
Yeah, they had no food tax.
Yeah, no food tax.
North Carolina, we only have 2% food tax. Everything else is like 6.75 to 7 something, depending on what county you're in.
Which, of course, Tennessee doesn't have a state income tax.
Which is sweet.
So, I mean, they're going to get you one way or the other.
Yeah.
And Tennessee, unlike North Carolina, you're not fined every year for owning a vehicle.
Yeah. Well, you got to pay a tire tax over there now.
There is a tire tax on the registration.
So really, that's no different than us having to pay our property tax or whatever it's called. Or no, it's road tax.
Yeah.
And North Carolina has one of the, if not the highest That was a long time. We've lived in North Carolina 17 years.
True. Oh, actually, yeah, they're about. No, when I lived in Tennessee and I worked in Knoxville, I was coming home one evening, and a truck in front of me lost a bunch of pallets, and I had nowhere to go. Ended up hitting one and shredded a tire. And it wasn't 10 minutes till roadside assistance was there behind me. I had a stubborn lug nut that wouldn't come off, so they changed the tire for me. You know, it was real nice of them. Didn't charge me a dime to do it.
Yeah, so I don't know if... I know one of them, it's like as soon as you cross the state line, it's like... Basically, the sign should say, you're screwed.
Well, I mean, not really, but... Well, we're coming up on the tunnel.
Who remembers growing up and going through tunnels and people would beep their horns? That was awesome.
Yeah, Tony won't let her do that.
But if you do it, other people do it.
So, you know, if you guys have anything you want to talk about, be sure just to let us know.
Yeah, leave a comment below and we'll talk about it next time.
Yeah. Or you got a question about something you saw, and hey, what was that? And I'll say, I don't know, when was it?
Don't ask me because God, it took like a decade of living next to our neighbors to notice that their roof was two different colors.
It was really funny. It was just one day out of the blue, I think we're going out of the house to go somewhere, and Amy's like, the roof over the living room addition, there's a slight different color. It's like, Amy, it was like that when we moved in.
And that's not the only thing that's happened like that. I just don't notice some things. Okay, we're gonna end it now because I'm so tired I can't think to talk. I'm just like sitting here and I'll get quiet and I'm like, oh yeah, I should be talking.
Yeah, before she gets road rage and starts saying something that YouTube wouldn't like.
I don't know, there's nobody on the road now behind me.
True. So, thank you so much for coming along on this ride. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope nobody got sick
Hope nobody fell asleep.
or fell asleep on us. I thought I heard somebody snoring a minute ago, but it may have been my backside. I don't know. I'm kidding. Button fell asleep.
I'm so tired that it was like, oh.
So, as always, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe.
Hit that bell.
Like it owes you money. And I'll see you next time.
Bye.